Good morning. It is March the 23rd, 2023, coming to you from the Royal Princess Casino. I wanted to go over quite a few things today, and I even brought my list this time again. So there's 13 or so things I want to talk about, so this will be kind of a comprehensive thing on first-time bettors and trying to receive the free cruises. Let me adjust those glasses right there. So anyhow, let's start off here. Sitting at the window in kind of the casino slot machine annex. One thing that's really great about this Royal Princess, besides the staff, is fantastic. And when I say fantastic, I am pretty much a connoisseur and an expert at telling about casinos on cruise ships. And the Royal Princess, the staff is awesome. You have from the casino managers down to the dealers are fantastic. The hosts are fantastic. The casino supervisors, I'll have to just say one person's name, Sebastian and DeVere, are fantastic. They came from different cruise ships and now they are here on the Royal Princess. Now the itinerary on the Royal Princess is San Francisco to Hawaii and back. There's so many sea days. I believe there's 10 sea days out of 15 days cruising. But kudos to the staff here. They're fantastic at just being friendly. They are very knowledgeable, and they are just over the top good, in my opinion. And I don't want to name everybody's name because there's so many of them. But I wanted to just say that the casino managers and the casino hosts are fantastic. Casino cashiers, are fantastic. Melanie and Maze are fantastic. Rachel and is great as the host. And I can't remember everybody's names. The other host is fantastic also. And the dealers are really good. The pit bosses are fantastic. Humphreys and all them. So I'm kind of giving a good kudos to Royal Princess because there are some princess casinos not so good, not as friendly, not as knowledgeable, and almost don't care. I'm not going to tell you those casinos on those cruise ships, but I'm just giving kudos once again to Royal Princess. So the other thing that's great about Royal Princess is that it is really good for non-smokers because I'm in the annex right here. I'm not going to get up and walk around and show you them all. Look at a previous video that I did showing all the slot machines. I think there's like 170 slot machines that are non-smoking, and there's 47 smoking slot machines next to the windows, and all the table games are non-smoking. So that's really good. And I am allergic to smoke, and I can't even smell it when I'm on the craps table. So kudos to Royal Princess for really doing a great job with ventilation. Okay, that's enough on Royal Princess and how good they are. Okay. So, what I'm going to talk about is how do you get into the system? And so I'm going to go down through these things. It may be a really long video, and I'm probably not going to be able to download this one until I get to land because the internet is so slow here on the sea in the Pacific Ocean. But I'm going to go over this real quick. How do you get into the system? The first thing that you have to do is come into the casino for the first time and buy in with a high number. Now, I buy in anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 every single night I play in the casino. Craps, blackjack, poker, any of those. You buy in with $1,000 to $5,000 in cold, hard cash. So when you leave your house and come on a cruise, put at least $5,000 of $100 bills in your pocket because cash is king, and you get comped and rated way higher when you pay cash than if you ever want to buy in with chips or even charging your room. It's not as high of a rating, and it doesn't give the wow factor when you are on a table and you throw down $5,000 like a fan in $100 bills with your medallion. And so you want to keep on buying in each night. Now, so the first key is you have to have a high buy-in. Now, there is no set rule on what kind of comps you get for how much you play and how much you buy in with. The casino will not tell you what you need to do to earn free cruises. Okay, that's why I'm here. Okay, the casino staff is fantastic, but they don't have a specific way of telling you how to get free cruises. So, the buy-in. You buy in every single night. Let's just say you buy in with, let's use $3,000. You buy in with $3,000. Okay, let me start in telling all the questions that I get asked every day by emails from my subscribers. Is that, do you have to spend all $3,000 playing craps each night? Because somebody wrote to me and said, well, if I buy in with $3,000 every night on a 7-day cruise, I'm going to lose, and I lose $3,000, then I have already bought in and paid $20,000 of losses, and I could have bought 10 cruises for that. Okay, well, you need to be smart, and I tell people you need to have a filter on yourself, just like in life. You have to have a filter. If I buy in with $3,000 and I start playing craps, and all of a sudden the craps table is cold, and I'm down to $2,700 that I just lost $300 on a few rolls, I color up, cash in, and get out of there. Okay? So, now the next question people ask me is, Mark, if I buy in with $3,000 and I lose $300 every night because I put the filter on me, I'm still going to be in over $2,000 of losses. Okay, well, if you lose $2,000 of losses on a cruise ship, $300 a night, you're probably not a real good gambler, and you probably need to change sports. Okay, because there are some nights that I'm going to win $200 or $300 or $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 at the craps table. It doesn't happen often. I generally feel good if I just walk away with $200, $300, $400, $500 in a win. But when I get that filter of losing $300 on a really cold craps table, get out of there. So on average, if you had a really bad cruise and the craps table or the blackjack table or the poker table has been bad and just no good, you may end up losing $500, $700 for a cruise. I want to make sure everybody understands that. You're not losing $20,000, okay? That's not what I preach, okay? Get out of there and put a filter on yourself, okay? Put a filter on yourself. Don't keep going in your pocket. Don't keep chasing after money. And don't keep thinking you're going to win the jackpots on slot machines. Put a filter on yourself. The next thing is this. So, you buy in, is that clear? You buy in with this much money, $1,000. Now, generally speaking, everybody at the craps table, blackjack table, or poker table, if they haven't seen my videos, they generally buy in with their lunch money. They buy in, look at the chips. They're red and blue and a few green chips. Most people will say, put $200 on my room. Here, put $100 on my room. Some people will even say, put $500 on my room. The casino does not really look at those people and give them comps that they need to get comped. Okay? They may tell you that it's okay just to put $500 or buy in with $200 or buy in with $50 because a lot of people are here just to have fun. But if you're here to earn free cruises, it's a whole different ballgame. People come on cruise ships for many different reasons, but some say, I'm willing to lose $50. I'm willing to play the slot machines, or the table games and play $100 a night. Or let me just try this for $200. Okay? That's fantastic. And they may have fun. And they may even win. Okay? Because you're going to win whether you buy in with 1,000, 5,000, or if you buy in with $50. Okay, winning is exponentially determined on luck. Okay, and people say that there's skill set in gambling. Well, let me say this: I have a craps table in my house. I know all the theories on craps. I know all the principles. I've tried every way playing craps. I know them all. We can go through the Iron Cross and 3-point Molly and all these things. I got it, okay? But I must really be terrible at gambling because most of the time I lose at gambling. But I tell you what I will always win at is getting free cruises. I have calculated right now, today is March the 23rd, up until January of 2025, I am booked solid with free cruises that the Casino Players Club have paid for on Princess Cruises and Carnival Cruises. Now, they are the best cruise lines, and I will explain that in a little bit later detail, but Princess and Carnival owns Princess, is the best cruise lines. I don't go on Holland American because I haven't hit that age yet, okay? But, so going back, and I can't get off my notes here, is that I calculated that I have almost 600 hours, 600 days already booked and paid for by the casino between now and January of 2025. That's a lot of cruising. I have no more calendar left for free cruising. So to go on another topic, after you get so many cruises offered and you book so many cruises and you have no more cruise availability, even though they're free, that are given to you every week or every month by the Casino Players Club through the mail and emailed to you, I'm not even playing, like I always say, balls to the wall anymore on the casino because I don't need to. I still buy in. I still play a few times on the cruise ship, but I'm not buying in with $5,000 anymore. I'm not playing 4, 5, 6 hours anymore. I'm not betting $100 rolls anymore because I can't use the free cruises. And you cannot transfer any cruises to anybody. The rule is this: on your free cruises, you can, and I'm going to answer this one because I get this question all the time. When you receive a free cruise, it's for you and one other person in the cabin. So that is it. That person is paid for also. So that is how the free cruise option works, okay? For you and the other person in the cabin with you. And if you cruise by yourself, like I do most of the time, then I pay only the port fees and taxes. So that is what I do in regards to getting the free cruises. So the buy-in is the most important thing. I was standing at the craps table last night. Okay, I bought in with $3,500, okay? And every last person, well, one guy next to me, he understands it because we've talked, and he bought in with $3,000. Another guy bought in with $2,000. But everybody at the rest of the table, the other 10 players, they had $50, $60, $100, $200, or $300 in their rack. And they're not going to receive any free cruises because the casino hardly recognizes that play. Okay, so first of all, the buy-in. Put a filter on you, buy-in. Generally speaking, a $3,000 buy-in and playing the rest of my formula will get you a free balcony. $4,000, $5,000 will get you a mini suite and a suite. $1,000, $2,000 will get you an interior cabin or an exterior cabin. So that is exactly the formula. Okay, it may differ a little bit, but keep in mind you're not getting anything if you just buy in with $500 and less. Even $1,000 and less, you're not going to get anything. You have to be $1,000 and more buy in every night and put a filter on yourself. Okay, the next thing is the time you play. Okay, if you just come in with $3,000 and play for 15 minutes or a half hour, you're not getting anything because you haven't. put in enough compound interest to receive free cruises. So you have to be playing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a night. I always tell people, they say, Mark, how do you know I can be guaranteed to get really good offers all the time? Free cruises, balconies, mini suites, and suites. I always tell people you have to play balls to the wall, period. So you go on your first cruise and you're trying to earn free cruises, play balls to the wall. And the other thing I tell people is this: pretend you are applying for the best job there ever was. Apply for that job, and you want to have the best resume. Well, to have the best resume, to get the best cruises, you have to play and bet buy in with over $1,000. If you can buy in with $5,000, fantastic. Just put a buffer of maybe losing $300, $400, $500. Okay? It doesn't matter, but you will get free mini suites and suites if you buy in high. You got to play long. If you play for an hour, you're not going to get as good of offers as if you play for 6 or 7 or 8 hours. Okay? Because the casino calculates how much money you are supposed to lose in the time that you're playing. They may say differ, but I'm telling you, it is how it works. On land-based casinos, they have a 10% rule. Okay, if you lose $2,000 playing something on a day or one evening, then they will comp you basically $200. Okay, you lost $2,000. You might have bought in with $5,000, $6,000, but you lost $2,000. They will give you $200, 10% of your losses for comps. And how that works is this: so they may give you $200 in food credit, $200 in maybe a room or something like that. But it's generally so. In casinos on cruise ships, it works like this: that they are giving you $200. If you lose $200, they're not giving you a whole lot of anything. You probably aren't even getting free drinks on cruise ships. So what I say is this: you got to play a long time. The more you play, the better the comps you're going to get. The next thing is the average bet placed. That's number 3. That's really important. If you go in with $3,000 and you play for 2 or 3 hours and you only bet the minimum bet of $5 on the craps table, you're still getting nothing, because you're just sitting there milking the system, and they know that. They know that you got a big bankroll and you've been there for hours, but you're just betting $5 or $10 or $15. You're not getting anything like that. You might get free drinks. They might offer you a free drink, or they might give you some additional free play on your next cruise. But generally speaking, you're not getting nada from that one. So you want to buy in long, buy in strong. You got to play long, and you got to have a big average bet. Okay? If you're playing craps, you need to be in there $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, $100 and let it roll up to $200. Sometimes you have to leave that money on the table, but that means that you've won a lot. Okay? But you have to be in $50 on a craps table every roll. And you can't just pick rollers to bet on. You got to roll all the time over those hours. And then if you're playing blackjack, you can't bet the $6 minimums. Okay? You got to be in there at a $25 green chip. And if you play 2 hands, which you have better odds at, play 2 hands, do 15 and 15, 20 and 20, 25 and 25. Don't fool around. If you just bet $6, $5, $6, $10, you're not getting anything. It doesn't matter. And if you buy in with $3,000 at the blackjack table and you sit there for hours and you're just betting $6, $10, or $15, you're getting nothing. But my old saying is, you don't go to a gunfight with a water pistol. So you can't just buy in. Everybody will almost make fun of you if you buy in with $3,000 and you're betting $10. Okay, you need to be $25 to $50 playing blackjack every single hand. Okay, the next thing is be friendly to the dealers and the players. Okay, be friendly to the dealers. Don't harass them. I mean, if they make a wrong call, it's fine to say, hey, listen, you need to recalculate that. I do that all the time. But you can't cuss at them. I see people cussing at the dealers and the pit bosses. I see people just acting like blank holes all the time to other players. Honey attracts, vinegar doesn't. Be nice to them, because the dealers and the pit bosses are in charge of your destiny on what kind of cruise offers you receive. So, be friendly at the table, be helpful at the table, and be nice to the dealers and the pit boss. The other thing is, if you put the dealers in the game, okay, if you're playing blackjack and you got a $25 hand, put $1 once in a while up next to your hand, so that when you win, they win. Then they ring the little bell, ding, 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 ding. And the pit boss is the one that enters all of your raw data. You're betting into the computer. And so if he hears the bell going off a lot, or he knows that the dealers are being compensated, tipped by you, or put in the game by you, they are more gracious in their ratings. They may not say that, but trust me, I can give you example after example after example. I was playing at Bellagio one time, and it's an M Life company, and I was playing, and normally playing craps, I normally get like 3,000-4,000 points in a day playing craps, okay? Well, I put the people in on the session, the dealers in on the session. On all of my hardway bets, I'd bet $10 hardways, and I'd put them in just for $1. Well, every time that hardway hit, they would win $8 to $10. And so over the course of a day and other betting, I know that those dealers made over $300 in tips from me being put in the game. Well, I normally get 3,000 or 4,000 points playing without really tipping them. I got 16,000 points that day. So you can come up with your own determination, but the pit boss is the one that controls your destiny on your free cruises. He enters the raw data into the computer sitting next to each one of the table games, and whatever he puts in goes to seen by the casino host, the casino manager, and the players club and the corporate office. So they will know your average roll, how long you play, how much you buy in. And so that number is subjective. It can be up or down if they like you or they don't like you. So that is another key. Then the next thing to do is one of the big things I do is this. When I'm playing, I have a lot of money on the craps table or the blackjack table, and I see the pit boss who enters my information, I always say to the pit boss, hey Mr. Pit Boss, how am I doing on the computer? He always gives me a thumbs up, Mark, because that lets him know that I'm there not to win, lose, or draw, but to earn free cruises and good comps. And it works, trust me on that. Then the next thing is, when you start to lose, color up, cash in, and get out. I talked about that earlier. There's a $300 threshold for me. If I lose $300, I'm out of there. I'm not chasing it. Come back the next night, and so let's just say that's what you do for your first week of playing on a cruise. You buy in big, you play a long time, you bet big, you're friendly to the dealers, you put the dealers in, and you just play balls to the wall. So the second to the last night that you are on the cruise, the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, or the Tooth Fairy will slide an offer under your cabin door. That is a guarantee. You play hard, they will reward you. Now, this offer actually comes from the casino hosts. Okay, so the casino host will then, they generate your play that you did on that cruise, and whatever level they put you in at is what you will receive for one cruise, one time. That gets you into the system. So I started off saying, how do you get into the system? Well, how you get into the system is playing balls to the wall your first week and doing those things I just mentioned. Okay, so the levels are, so for instance, let's just say, and let me make another comment here. The biggest tragedy is that if you think that you played balls to the wall for a week, but you missed one of those points that I just talked about, and you don't get an offer slid under your door, I'm going to use a French word, that sucks. Okay? So the easiest thing to do is to play balls to the wall so that you will get an offer. Now, the casino host on the current cruise you are on is the first person to get you into the Players Club system. So the offer that comes from the casino host is simple. There's 3 levels. The first level, which you don't want, is if you missed your marks, is you will get a percentage off your next cruise. It can be anywhere from 25% to 50% off on your next cruise. Most people get about 30% off their next cruise booking. And so that's one way. That's terrible. Just count that as a failed attempt. Okay. The next way up is you will receive additional free play for your next cruise that you have to pay for. Okay, and that is anywhere from $150. I've seen it as high as $1,500 of free play. It depends on your level. It depends on your resume. So, okay, but most people end up generally $250, $500 in free play. Now, let me preface that also. I said that you have to pay for your next cruise. Well, if you have free cruise offers already, and you didn't match up to getting more free cruises from the casino staff, that's okay, because you are going to continually get free cruise offers through the mail and emails. That's another topic. But you can take, let's say you get $500 of free play on a new booking slid under your door. You can take that $500 of free play when you talk to your Players Club casino host, which is a corporate, then you can tell them, add $500. Now, they already know when you are booking through their system, when you call the Princess Club Players number, and I have given that number many times on other videos, so you may have to look through my playlist because I don't have that number on hand right now, but you may have to look through and see which is which. So you will get additional, you can take that $500 free play and add it to a free cruise offer. Okay, the next thing is, now you're in the system. Now, I am just talking about Princess Cruises and Carnival Cruises. Now, the other cruise lines, in my humble opinion, do not comp as well as Princess and Carnival, period. Carnival owns Princess, but they both comp really good. And so also under your door, like I said, the Easter Bunny will slide under your door the second to last night of the cruise. They will slide under your door the percentages. So then you got the percentage off, terrible. You got extra free play, okay. But you want to get the one that says free balcony, free mini suite, free suite with like $500, $750, $1,000 in additional free play, and then the +3 program for free, which is the free Wi-Fi, the free gratuities, and the free premium drink package. That is a fantastic deal. That's for one cruise slid under your door by the casino host on that current cruise, period. So you want to get lined up with that, and that only comes from having a really good resume, like, you know. So that's the deal there. Now, when you get into the system, after the first time the host slides that out under your door, When you get off of a cruise, you will start getting inundated with emails and mailers. And those emails and mailers are, every one of them is for, look at the back of the mailer where it says free cruise offers. It will say at the bottom line there, it will say, for that member, up to 3 new cruise bookings. And then if you look at the bottom of the brochure, it talks about when you have to book by. It may say you have to book by June 1st, 2023, and you have to sail by December 31st, 2024. Okay, so you need to book by whatever date I just said, June 1st, and you have to sail by the end of December 31st, 2024. And that will allow you to get into the system.